I'm starting to regret that rule about no shorts on stage. 'Cause Jesus Christ. So, I'm Jewish, and no one can tell, which is probably for the best right now. But it means that people ask me a lot of questions like, Jeremy, should we circumcise our kid? Which seems like a perfectly reasonable question to ask, but to me it kind of sounds like, Jeremy, you're an expert on kid dick. What should we do with it? I got brought up the other night as the Bay of Dad Bod, which I have a vasectomy, so I can't have a dad bod. I'm just fat. When I was in high school, I had breast reduction surgery. It didn't take, obviously. But in order to get it covered by my insurance, they had to take pictures of me, which led to the most terrible photo shoot in my entire life. Just me in my basement with my dad, my personal trainer, going, all right, now lean over, now back, now take your shirt off. And it got covered, which is fine. But it made my chest look like Elliot Page for a minute. Just little scars. It was my ex-girlfriend liked to suck on them because it made me uncomfortable. She's like, do you like that? I'm like, do you see me getting up? No. It is what it is. I had to get it done though because guys wouldn't stop grabbing me in the locker room. Because, you know, you grab a girl's chest in the locker room, you know, you're getting suspended. You grab Jeremy Shear's chest in the locker room, you just get an awkward boner. That's it. Before I did this, I had a lot of stupid jobs. I sold spice, K2, fake weed, cash-only business in the hood. You have to have a front operation when you're selling spice because it's technically legal, but they keep changing the formula that's legal. So we weren't allowed to tell people what it was except incense. So I get in there, and my 7th day on the job, I get robbed. Like somebody shoves a gun in my face and sets my coat on fire. My boss comes to me after the shift, because I still finished my shift, and he's like, you're coming back tomorrow, right? That was just your welcome to the neighborhood robbery. Like, I don't feel very welcome, but okay. But the very next week, I got robbed while I was in the bathroom. So then I got fired for being too robbable. I've never been victim blamed before, but I don't like it. Don't like it at all. So I have a kid at home. I know what you're thinking. Let her go! But no, it's my son. I know what you're thinking. Who would want to breed with this asshole? Is he even capable of breeding? He looks like the poster child for type 2 diabetes and erectile dysfunction. If he was even able to copulate inside a lady, it would run out of her like a salty river of shame. No one will ever love you. And you're right, he's adopted. Those adoption agencies don't do a thorough background check. But used to get in trouble at school all the time. I had to go to one of those parent-teacher conferences. They say the same thing every time. Mr. Shear, we think your daughter has ADD. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Look, in my house, ADD is slang for lazy teacher. If you tried yelling at him, hit him, works at home, dishes are done. Then I realized, you know, if he gets diagnosed with ADD, that means I'm going to get some medication. So now my son has ADD, and I got a big pile of Adderall. That's how I'm getting back to Cleveland. Because that's the cheat code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, VA. Start, no DUI. Works pretty well. I'm going to tell you about the first hand job I ever gave. You're welcome. I was at a party, a birthday party for a guy named Dr. Proctor, the militant homosexual. He's not an actual doctor, but he is a militant homosexual, so I didn't argue the nickname. I spent the entire party sitting around talking to naked women about their plans after college, because for some reason I was less threatening while I was on meth. Not sure how that worked, but had a great time. It's the end of the night. A bunch of people are going to go to the International House of Pancakes because that's the only 24-hour place in town, and we wanted to keep going. But there was this one kid that was just too drunk to go to, I say kid, he's in his 20s. Was just too drunk to go to the International House of Pancakes. They're like, all right, fine. I'll take him home, and then you guys, I'll meet you there. So I set him in my car, buckle him in, and then he uses the drunk guy mating call on me. He goes, I am so drunk, and his head rocketed towards my crotch. So I pat him on the back, go, there, kid, it's going to be okay. And he thought that meant go time, because he started sucking on my neck. And I had a split second to think if I was into it or not. Usually I'm into it because when I was in high school, I got called into the guidance counselor because I had a hickey that went all the way around my neck, and they thought I tried to hang myself. But it was just some girl I met at the Rocky Horror Picture Show that got frisky. But I was like, look, stop. And he's like, why? Do you have a big dick? And I was like, no, because now's the time for honesty. He said, I don't care, I want it. And he tried to undo my pants. I'm like, stop. He's like, why? He's like, I have syphilis. He says, oh my God, I have so much respect for you. You respect me because I have an old-timey disease you can cure with a shot? I'm too punk rock to go to the doctor, so you respect me? Screw you. So he goes, well, I'm clean. And he takes off his pants like a little kid at the urinal, all the way down, bare ass on my car seat, and places my hand upon his dick. Now I am at an impasse, because I can't throw him out of the car, because we were driving right by my work, and it is break time. So if I throw him out of the car, they'll be like, oh, Jeremy Shearer's just done with his boy prostitute and just discarded him on the side of the road like some sort of animal. Screw him. So I proceeded to give him the worst hand job in the history of hand jobs. I went from slow to slower, never going near the head, digging my fingernails in. And just like that hand job, this story has no climax. I do a radio show in Cleveland, college radio, so it's not paid, but it's still fun. I had a lot of interesting guests. I got to interview Lloyd Kaufman, which was fun. The weirdest day I had was I had the president and vice president of Black on Black Crime, which is an activist group in Cleveland that holds vigils when cops shoot people, or really when anybody gets shot. Very important group, but I do a comedy show. They decided that the topic of the day was going to be the closure of the Huron Road emergency room, which was going to send everybody on the east side of town to an emergency room 5 miles away, which is going to mean more dead people. Very serious topic, worthy of discussion, not very funny. So I tried to lighten the mood. I was like, hey guys, when can we use the N-word again? And they were like, you can't. We killed it. We buried it. And I was like, really? Because I tried to kill kike. I tried to gas it. We even tried to have it dig its own grave. But we still go out in the sticks and it's thrown around. I got suspended for a month for that. It's not fun. It was fucked up. I'm still friends with those guys. They knew I was kidding, but one of the guys is a rapper named Sheriff Kilroy, and he wears cowboy hats. It's amazing. Just amazing. Let's see. How much time do I have left, and how much time? Oh, I got plenty of time. I lived in Colorado for a little bit. One thing I found out while I was not, it's very dry. So I tried to do the big boy thing and start exfoliating. I never had to do it before because it's humid as hell out here, but so I decided I was going to try to do the lazy thing and get one of those body washes with those micro beads to just slop off my skin. Here's what I find out. Those micro beads fit inside your dick hole. I don't recommend it. It's the worst shower I've ever had. So not only did I sell fake weed, I sold real weed for a while until I was coming back from an open mic in Cleveland because it's very easy to sell weed to comics. It was how I made money for a while. And very, very easy. They're bad at buying weed. They're real easy to rip off. But we get pulled over. We made two mistakes on this trip. One, the car we were driving had one headlight. And two, the guy driving was black. So we got pulled over, and I got to see the love language of the police as they rammed his head into the car door and searched the car and found our drugs. We go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not correct $200, and get put into county because I had enough on me for a felony. Okay, that was my third mistake. Don't carry that much on you. Along with bags and a scale and all. I was really dumb. So we get into jail, and it's a weird situation because I'm paranoid as hell that they're taping me. So I try not to talk about what happened, even though people are trying to figure out, like, why is this big black dude and this little white boy in here? And it's like, no, we're not telling. And then all of a sudden, this guy like strolls past me, looks me dead in the eyes, and goes, "It smells like ass and titties in here," and just walks away. And I was like, I don't smell like titties. I don't have coconut on me. I'm not lactating. Then I realized I was on antibiotics, and I had a bit of a yeast infection, so I probably smelled like his pre-jail hookup. Fortunately, I got bonded out before he decided to show me what he does to people that smell like ass and titties. And on the way out, we were getting dressed. Everybody's excited to get out of jail until one guy comes barging in, covered in face tattoos, yelling at the guards, going, "I'm young, I'm dumb, and I'm a felon." I could tell he was a felon because he had "Heartless Felon" tattooed across his face. That's the most dangerous gang in Cleveland, I found out later. But he explained that everybody's talking about what they were going to do once they get out of jail. Like 3 of the guys said, we're just going to go spend another $1,000 and get some more weed and sell some more weed. I was like, I'm going to eat. This guy said, I'm going to go home and find the girl that bailed me out and lick the booty. I don't know how else I'm going to get her to bail me out again. And so now I lick the booty because I need money. I didn't think I'd learn anything from in jail, but I did. It was fun. Let's see. It's too early for me to do the really gross stuff. So,
Do it.
I mean, I could.
Do it.
Okay. Just because I get a little bit of validation, I'll do a little bit. This is not the weirdest show I've ever done. That honor goes to a place in Fort Lauderdale, Florida called the Mental Ward. Not the actual mental ward. I have been there. I'm bipolar. That does not mean I'm moody. I'm not a teenager. It just means that sometimes I'll drive 48 hours straight to go to a show for no money because I think I'm a genius. And then sometimes I won't shower for 4 weeks and don't get off the couch. That's it. But this place, the Mental Ward, it was a theme bar. They had straight jackets on the back of the chairs because they were appropriating our culture. And they didn't have a full liquor license, so they only served wine-based vodka, which I didn't know was a thing. You ever had wine-based vodka? It tastes like diabetic piss. I bet you're wondering how I know that. I like to go to the local goth club to pick up large ladies because I can use the pickup line, baby, you put the morbid in morbid obesity. And it worked. I got a girl to come back to the parking lot with me. Not to my car, I wasn't driving. I had to take the bus. And my dick is a lot like the bus. No one will look me directly in the eye when they're on it. So I figured what's going to happen is I'm going to bend her up against the Rite Aid and we're not going to look at each other because we're each other's best option. But she asked me the musical question, baby, can I sit on your face? I said, no, you can't sit on my face. You're going to break my nose. I'm not sure why she sounds like Dusty Rhodes, but in this story, she does. She had the same body, but none of the charisma. So I thought, if she breaks my nose, I might pass out from the pain and finish faster. So go right ahead, baby. Before I had to do that, I had to peel her leather pants off her like the most disgusting fruit roll-up you've ever seen. Those pants are in the middle of Detroit Avenue, never to be seen again. So I lay down on the ground, and there she is hovering above me, this woman that's about to take her rightful place upon my beard. And right before she sits down on me, she peed all over me, and it tasted like Amish dessert wine somebody left out in the sun. Now I can't finish without watching squirter porn. Which is pee. I don't care what you've heard, it's pee. It is not that impressive if you can do that. I can do the same thing with 4 glasses of water. It's not that impressive. All right, where am I at on time? I'm at the point where I was supposed to start, so. I'll do one really wrong one, and then I will leave you to your music. You've been a wonderful crowd. I appreciate your time. My son is trans. His boyfriend is trans. Their roommate is a trans woman. They call their apartment Trans Central Station, which is cute. He came out a couple years ago, and his biological mother was not very supportive, so she got cut out. But I was trying to figure out a way to be supportive. So we're sitting on the couch playing Dokapon Kingdom on the Wii, and I looked over at him and I said, son, I'm glad I never molested you when you were a kid, because that would make me gay now. See, I told you it was wrong. Worse than Lakewood. Very good neighborhood. All right, I can't leave on that. That would be terrible. Can't leave on that. Let's see. I have a number of closers. I'll do the really gross one. I used to date a rugby player. She was a sporting lass, but she had a bit of a hygiene problem from all that playing around outside. I went to do my duty as an ugly man and go down on her. And she said, not tonight. I said, why not? She says, because I've got a yeast infection. I said, baby, that's not a yeast infection. That's athlete's twat. Now let's get to work. You know when you spray enough Desinex on it, it tastes just like a Newport. Thanks very much, Groamies. Enjoy the rest of your record store day. Give it up for Dan for inviting me here. And I'll see you again real soon. Good night.